In our journey through life, each of us encounters moments when the weight of the world seems too heavy to bear, when the path ahead is obscured by shadows of doubt and fear. These moments, though challenging, are an inevitable part of our human experience. They are the trials that test our faith, our resolve, and our very sense of self. Yet, it is precisely within these moments of hardship that we have the opportunity to discover a profound and unshakable strength. A strength that does not come from our own might, but from a source far greater than ourselves. As we gather in this space today, let us open our hearts to the presence of divine love and support that surrounds us. Let us recognize that even in our weakest moments, we are never truly alone. There is a power, a light that is always with us, ready to guide us through the darkest valleys and lift us up when we falter. This prayer is a call to connect with that power, to draw from it the courage, the fortitude, and the peace that we need to endure the trials before us. Whether you are facing a personal struggle, a difficult decision, or the pain of loss, this prayer is for you. It is a reminder that no matter how insurmountable your challenges may seem, there is always hope. There is always a way forward, and that way is paved with faith, love, and the strength that comes from knowing you are held in the hands of a loving Creator. When we think about the trials we face, it is easy to feel overwhelmed. The challenges of life, be they physical, emotional, or spiritual, can often leave us feeling isolated, powerless, and uncertain. We may wonder why we must endure such hardships, and we may struggle to find meaning or purpose in our suffering. Yet, it is precisely in these times of questioning and doubt that we are called to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship with the divine. Consider for a moment the story of a seed. When a seed is planted in the ground, it is buried in darkness. It must push through the soil, striving toward the light, in order to grow and fulfill its purpose. In much the same way, our trials are the darkness in which we are planted. They are the soil that surrounds us, providing the conditions necessary for our growth. And just as the seed must struggle to break free from the earth, so too must we push through our challenges in order to emerge stronger, more resilient, and more deeply connected to our purpose. This does not mean that our trials are easy to bear, nor does it diminish the pain and suffering that we may experience. Rather, it is an invitation to view our struggles from a different perspective, to see them not as obstacles but as opportunities for growth and transformation. It is a call to trust in the process, to have faith that, even in the darkest of times, there is a purpose to our pain, and that we are being guided toward the light. In times of trial, it is natural to feel as though our strength is failing. We may feel weak, vulnerable, and uncertain of our ability to continue. Yet, it is precisely in these moments of weakness that we are called to draw upon a strength that is not our own, a strength that comes from our faith, from our connection to the divine. Faith is not merely a belief in something greater than ourselves. It is a source of power, a wellspring of courage and resilience that we can draw upon in times of need. It is the quiet assurance that no matter what we face, we are not facing it alone. There is a presence, a force that is always with us, guiding us, protecting us, and giving us the strength to endure. When we lean into our faith, we open ourselves to the support of the divine. We allow ourselves to be carried by a power that is far greater than our own, and we find that we are able to bear the burdens that once seemed too heavy to carry. This does not mean that our trials will be easy, or that our suffering will be erased, but it does mean that we will find the strength to continue, to persevere, and to emerge from our challenges stronger and more resilient than before. Prayer is a powerful tool that we can use to connect with the divine and draw upon the strength that we need to endure our trials. It is a way of reaching out, of expressing our fears, our doubts, and our hopes, and of inviting the presence of the divine into our lives. When we pray, we are not simply speaking words into the void. We are engaging in a sacred conversation with a power that is always listening, always present, and always ready to respond. In times of trial, prayer can be a source of comfort and strength. It is a way of surrendering our burdens, of acknowledging that we cannot face our challenges alone, and of asking for the support that we need. When we pray, we are not asking for our trials to be taken away, but for the strength to endure them, the wisdom to learn from them, and the grace to grow through them. Prayer is also a way of reminding ourselves of the presence of the divine in our lives. It is a way of grounding ourselves in our faith, of reconnecting with the source of our strength, and of reaffirming our trust in the process. When we pray, we are opening ourselves to the possibility of transformation, of healing, and of growth. The journey through life is not always easy, and the trials we face can often feel overwhelming. But it is important to remember that we are not defined by our challenges, but by how we respond to them. We have the power to choose how we navigate our trials, and it is in this choice that we find our strength. When we embrace the journey, we are choosing to see our trials as opportunities for growth. We are choosing to trust in the process, to have faith that, even in the midst of our struggles, we are being guided toward something greater. We are choosing to believe that there is a purpose to our pain, and that we are being shaped and refined by our experiences. This does not mean that we should deny or minimize our suffering. It is important to acknowledge the pain and the difficulty of our trials, and to give ourselves the space to grieve, to heal, and to rest. But it is also important to remember that we are not alone in our struggles. There is a power, a presence that is always with us, guiding us and giving us the strength to continue. While it is important to find strength within ourselves and in our connection with the divine, it is equally important to recognize the strength that can be found in community. We are not meant to walk this journey alone. We are meant to support and uplift one another, to share our burdens and to celebrate our victories together. In times of trial, it can be easy to isolate ourselves, to withdraw from others out of fear or shame. But it is in these moments that we most need the support of those around us. There is great strength in vulnerability, in reaching out to others and allowing ourselves to be supported. When we share our struggles, we are not only lightening our own burden, but we are also giving others the opportunity to share their strength and wisdom with us. Community can take many forms. It can be found in our families, our friends, our faith communities, or even in the broader human family. It is in these connections that we find the strength to endure, the encouragement to keep going, and the hope that, no matter what we face, we do not face it alone. In the midst of our trials, it can be difficult to feel gratitude. We may be so focused on our pain and our challenges that we lose sight of the blessings in our lives. But it is precisely in these moments of hardship that gratitude can be most powerful. Gratitude is a practice of shifting our focus from what is lacking or difficult to what is abundant and good. It is a way of recognizing the blessings that are present in our lives, even in the midst of our struggles. When we cultivate gratitude, we are not ignoring our challenges, but we are choosing to see beyond them. We are choosing to acknowledge that, even in the darkest of times, there is light. Practicing gratitude in times of trial can help us to shift our perspective, to find hope in the midst of despair, and to draw strength from the good that is still present in our lives. It can be as simple as taking a moment each day to reflect on one thing we are grateful for, or as intentional as keeping a gratitude journal where we record the blessings we experience. Hope is a powerful force that can sustain us through even the most difficult of trials. It is the belief that no matter how dark the night, the dawn will come. It is the assurance that no matter how deep the valley, there is a way through. In times of trial, hope can feel elusive. We may struggle to see beyond our immediate circumstances, to believe that things will get better, but it is precisely in these moments that we most need to hold on to hope. Hope is not a denial of our reality, but a recognition that our current circumstances do not define our future. Hope is what gives us the strength to keep going, to endure, and to believe that even in the midst of our trials, there is a purpose, a plan, and a path forward. It is the light that guides us through the darkness, the anchor that holds us steady in the storm, and the promise that no matter what we face, we are not facing it alone. As we bring this prayer to a close, let us take a moment to reflect on the journey we have been on together. We have explored the nature of our trials, the strength that can be found in faith, the power of prayer, the importance of community, the role of gratitude, and the sustaining force of hope. We have been reminded that no matter what challenges we face, we are not facing them alone. There is a power greater than ourselves that is always with us, guiding us, protecting us, and giving us the strength to endure. If this prayer has touched your heart, if it has provided even a small measure of comfort or encouragement, I invite you to share it with others who may also be in need of strength during their trials. Together, let us build a community of support where we uplift and encourage one another, even in the face of life's greatest challenges. Thank you for joining me in this moment of reflection and prayer. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below. Your engagement helps to spread this message of hope and strength to others who may need it. And don't forget to stay tuned for our next video, where we will continue to explore the power of prayer in our daily lives. Until then, may you find peace, strength, and comfort in the knowledge that you are never walking this journey alone.